Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth. On today's show, we'll give you more information on Questa and how to receive scholarships for your post-secondary education. We'll also tell you about the new coach for the boys soccer team, who's expanding not only their athletic ability, but also their community engagement. Plus, we'll bring you more on what to expect for the PSAT day next week. And later, Carly Swimiller has your weekend weather forecast, and Braxton Hall recaps the past week in Spartan sports and Down to the Wire. All that and so much more coming up right now on HHS In-Depth. Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, October 3rd, and thank you for joining us today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Kaya Noem.
And I'm Emma Newberry. Kaya, today's October 3rd, National Mean Girls Day.
And you know what that means? It means today Aaron Samuels asked Katie Heron what day it is in their math class.
And I wonder if the students in Mean Girls ever thought about their post-secondary education. After high school, many students have a plan of what they want to do. A large portion of those students would say they want to go to college. But over the past 20 years, college tuition has increased drastically. Thankfully, a quick talk with the counselors can show you a local foundation dedicated to helping students go to college since 1937. Ethan Bushnell has more on that.
Questa is a local foundation that wants to make college more affordable for all students, and they do this through a unique forgivable loan program.
A lot of our funding is provided as a loan, but it has a forgiveness benefit. So depending on which program the student applies or receives funding through, that loan that they receive while they're in school could be anywhere between 50 to 100% forgivable. But we're also looking for students who have a GPA of at least a 2.5, and looking for students who are planning to stick around Northeast Indiana after they graduate.
Questa is highly recommended from our own Homestead counselors and previous Questa scholars.
It really aims to support students and community members that are wanting to pursue higher education. And even more, I think its overarching goal is that it wants to retain quality employees for our workforce and for our community.
The process for Questa is super easy. It was like a standard application like you do for any other scholarship, really. You just fill out basic contact information, what you've done in the past for like clubs and organizations.
Questa has a basic program for seniors called the Traditional Scholars Application, and it will open January 15th and will close on March 15th.
So this year, if you are a senior and you are interested in applying for this program, make sure you get your application in by our deadline.
To learn more, visit Questa's website at questafoundation.org. Ethan Bushnell, HHS In-Depth.
Thanks, Ethan, for the story about Questa.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
In local news, a Fort Wayne barbershop called Keep Time was vandalized on Monday when a person riding a bicycle by threw a rock through the shop's front window. The rock not only shattered the century-old pane of glass, but also destroyed the custom artwork displayed on it. Due to complications with the insurance provider, a fundraiser has been launched with the goal of $4,000. The owner explained that replacing the window isn't as simple as it sounds. The original glass size is rare, and the goal also includes restoring the one-of-a-kind artwork. In entertainment news, Taylor Swift has just released her brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring 12 tracks and an exclusive movie to go along with it. The film, available only this weekend, October 3rd to the 5th, includes behind-the-scenes footage, lyric videos, and music videos for her latest singles. It's designed to feel like a virtual release party for fans around the world.
Thank you, Emma, for some news outside the walls of Homestead. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is coming your way.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 1 in every 8 women develop breast cancer in their lifetime. Around 300,000 women and 2,000 men were diagnosed in 2024. The pink ribbon is a symbol of awareness for breast cancer. Show your support by wearing pink this month.
Struggling with pre-calc or trig? Need a test boost or help with tough homework? Join Wave Cycle Learning, where Mr. Staley guides live, online group tutoring Monday through Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. Get expert instruction, collaborate with other students, and access all session recordings, including access to SAT and ACT prep videos. It's just $40 a week. Sign up now by going to wavecyclelearning.com or by scanning the QR code on your screen and start mastering math with confidence.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
On Saturday, October 4th, from 1 to 4 p.m., the Interact Club is hosting a charity beach volleyball tournament to raise money and awareness for First Steps support. Students can sign up through the Google form on the Canvas dashboard with a $10 donation per person.
This is the first year our club is hosting an event like this. In past years, we've hosted a pickleball tournament, and we're hoping to make this beach volleyball tournament annual as well. And we're looking forward to it, as all the members are really excited to form their own teams and volunteer, and it sounds super fun for everyone involved.
The tournament will be held indoors at PSM Empowered on Lima Road. Teams must have 6 to 8 players, but no volleyball experience is needed. Just bring your energy and team spirit. If you have any questions, reach out to Dravinka Day at the email shown below.
This past Thursday, Key Club took part in crafting pink ribbons to help Vera Bradley raise awareness for breast cancer.
The ribbons were made through the Vera Bradley organization, and they're going to be hung up downtown in October. And each of the ribbons will have a name of someone who's either passed away or is currently suffering from breast cancer.
The ribbons have been hung all throughout Port Wayne this past Wednesday as part of Vera Bradley's Turn the Town Pink campaign. They'll serve as a visual reminder of the importance of breast cancer research and a tribute to those affected by it. Be sure to keep an eye out for pink ribbons around town this October.
This past Monday, students gathered with their advisory classes for the PSAT stress test. Most people are familiar with the SAT, but what exactly is the PSAT? And how can you prepare for it?
The PSAT is a test that sophomores and juniors take. It helps students kind of prepare for the actual SAT, but you can also use PSAT scores to qualify for free college credit through Ivy Tech. And then for juniors, the PSAT is also the National Merit Scholarship qualifying test. The digital readiness check on September 26th, students should have gotten some login information so they can use that ticket then to log into their Blue Book account. There's a full-length practice test that they can do, as well as some shorter practice.
PSAT Day is coming up on Tuesday, October 7th. Students required to take the PSAT should report to their advisory class no later than 7:35 a.m. They will only attend their 5th through 7th periods that day.
It's time to start planning for a Taste of Homestead 2026. There will be a call-out meeting right after school on Thursday, October 9th in the big collaboration room near the math classrooms.
So at the meeting, we'll talk about what Taste of Homestead is, answer any questions students might have, but our big purpose of the meeting is to get students signed up for the event, which will be in February. So we'll have a QR code available for students to take a picture of, and they can sign up with their classmates and start picking their countries and start thinking about what food they want to make for the event. If you can't make it, hopefully one member of your group can make it. But if not, reach out to me or reach out to Mrs. Beckman, and we'd be glad to get you some information, because once again this year, we're hoping to have at least 50 groups represented throughout the night.
Mark your calendars, A Taste of Homestead will take place from 6 to 7:30 on Wednesday, February 11th, 2026.
In celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, many Spanish classes have been getting involved in fun and meaningful activities, from recreating traditional dishes to learning about influential Hispanic figures throughout history. One class in particular, Dr. Robinson's AP Spanish class, took things a step further by diving into the world of dance. Whether it's perfecting their salsa, trying out bachata, or exploring cumbia, students had a blast learning the rhythms and moves from various Hispanic cultures. It was a fun and engaging way to connect with their language and better understand the rich traditions behind it.
A local theater group known as Youth Theater is putting on their performance of Dracula this weekend at Canterbury's Fine Arts Center, located on 3210 Smith Road. The show features many talented young actors from around the area, including some right here at Homestead. Performances include tonight at 7, a relaxed sensory-friendly show on Saturday at 2, and a regular show Saturday night at 7, and a final performance on Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets range from $2 to $18, but act fast because they're going quickly as showtime approaches.
This past Saturday, Fort Wayne's Mayor Youth Engagement Council hosted a youth violence prevention forum to spark conversations about the city's rising crime rate and explore possible solutions.
The Mayor's Youth Engagement Council is an organization comprised of youth of sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and they aim to advocate for the youth in Fort Wayne at a government level. So we work at Citizen Square with Mayor Tucker, and we focus on hosting events, forums, conferences, focusing on issues that affect the youth in Fort Wayne.
The MIAC hosted their event at the Follinger Theater this past Saturday in response to a recent spike in violence, especially among youth in the city. Along with the forum's panelists, food trucks and informational booths from local nonviolence organizations were also in attendance.
With this event, we tried to attract as much youth as possible to watch a panelist-style forum comprised of community leaders and students. We have the mayor speaking and a couple of Pave the Path speakers, and the goal was to get them to ask questions about youth violence, how we can address it, how we can fight it, and what is causing it.
Mayor Tucker assured attendees that the conversation about youth violence will continue.
You may have noticed that many of the C's on the signs around the building have been crossed out with blue tape. If you were unsure why or didn't even notice, it's all in honor of tonight's big rivalry game. Our Spartans are heading to take on Carroll in a crucial conference matchup, one that could ultimately determine the conference champion. The tradition of crossing out the letter C around the school, made popular by students at Michigan and Ohio State, has been a part of Homestead's Rivalry Week spirit for the past 15 years. It's a fun way to show school pride. So keep those C's crossed, the energy up, and let's get ready to cheer on the Spartans.
Homecoming night at last week's football game brought the perfect mix of tradition, excitement, and school spirit. Here's a look back at all the highlights from Friday's celebration.
Last Friday, our school celebrated homecoming with a big night of spirit and tradition. The football team dominated the Snyder Panthers with a 38-0 shutout victory, energizing the crowd from start to finish. At halftime, Grace Stickmeyer and Rayon Iqbal were crowned 2025 Homecoming Queen and King. Joining them on the court were Caroline Burns, Travika Day, Owen Kruger, Isaac Schroeder, Connor Cook, Bennett Gansorn, Sadie Boothman, and Maddie Emmerich. Congratulations to Grace and Rayon and the entire court for making this homecoming one to remember.
Be sure to join the Homestead Yearbook staff at CASA's Dine to Donate night on Tuesday, October 7th from 5 to 9 p.m. CASA will donate 10% of all dine-in and carry-out sales to our yearbook program. Just make sure to show the flyer available on the yearbook webpage or at the restaurant.
Homestead now is hosting a donation drive for St. Joseph's Missions, a locals women's shelter in Fort Wayne. Donations will be collected through the month of October in room A2001, Miss Swith's room. Some supplies the shelter is in most need of are washcloths, umbrellas, and 13-gallon trash bags. Please consider donating.
Love poetry? Get out to Poetry Out Loud's call-out meeting on Monday, October 6th, after school in room A2019. Compete in a national poetry recitation contest, and yes, there are cash prizes at the state and national levels.
A big congratulations to the 671 students who made the Spring 2025 Honor Roll. Students on this list will be recognized with a certificate and treat during lunch on Wednesday, October 8th in the cafeteria.
Pre-Cal students struggling with homework, Mr. Staley is offering group tutoring Monday through Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m., with sessions recorded to view later and full access to SAT and ACT prep videos. All for $40 a week. Sign up at wavecyclelearning.com.
The Travel Club is hosting a fundraiser on Wednesday, October 8th in the cafeteria. Be sure to stop by their booth during lunch to shop for a variety of handmade crafts, plants, and other unique items. All proceeds support their upcoming trip to Japan. They thank you for your support.
A fresh new chapter began for Homestead's boys soccer team last year, as the team introduced a new head coach who teaches players to give back to the community. Reporter Taylor Diamond has more on that story.
This ball is more than just a game piece for the Homestead boys soccer team. It represents a new direction. Head coach John Lubia is trading in some practice time for community service.
But time comes when, all these things on the field come to an end. I played professionally and it came to an end, but life continued. So the connection in the community and community service helps you appreciate that there are more people more than me. So we give ourselves away, we give everything we are away that we may get it back.
This skill is not only helping the community, but teaching these players valuable life lessons and changing their perspective.
After volunteering and seeing that not everyone is equally as blessed and given the opportunities that I am, it kind of makes you feel a little bit of gratitude and a reflection on, hey, I'm injured for so long and I can get back to playing while some can't ever play or don't ever have the chance to play. And I think that because of volunteering, I've kind of learned to be patient with myself and take everything with gratitude and thankfulness.
For instance, in the last year, these boys have given away about 560 hours of just community service.
These players might be learning to pass or score better, but with head coach John Lubia's leadership, these players are learning to be a part of something much bigger. Taylor Diamond, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Taylor, for the story. Be sure to get out and support the boys soccer team next Monday in sectionals.
Now it's time to hear more about what we can expect weather-wise this weekend.
Joining us in the studio now is weather reporter Carly Smymiller. Carly, can you tell us more about what we can expect for the weekend's weather?
Well, I know that we're now in October, which brings a pumpkin spice lattes and whatnot, but this weekend is serving some serious summer vibes. As we head out of school today, expect highs in the upper 80s, but by kickoff tonight against the rivals, the Carroll Chargers, temps will dip down to about 79 and into the comfortable 60s by the end of the game. Looking ahead to the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday promise sunshine and matching highs of 88 degrees. So grab your shades and get outside and enjoy this weekend's warm spell, because starting Tuesday, the highs reaching 80 will be a thing of the past. Carly Swimiller, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Carly, for filling us in on this weekend's weather forecast.
Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come, including another edition of Down to the Wire, coming up next.
Next week on HHS In-Depth, reporter Olivia Butler brings us a story on the interns working in the Homestead office. See that and more next week on HHS In-Depth.
Tonight, it's rivalry week in the SAC, and your Homestead Spartans take on the Carroll Chargers in the area's biggest showdown as they travel up north to Carroll Stadium. Spartans, Chargers, 2 schools, 15 miles, 1 victor. Be there and be loud, or catch all the action on the .91 FM.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire as Spartan Fall Sports roll on. I'm Braxton Hall. Starting with football, last week the boys took care of business here at home as they dominated Snyder 38-0. Logan Freeman led the Spartans offense with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. Liam Moore was on the receiving end of those 2 passing touchdowns and led the Spartan receivers with 103 yards. Tonight they'll be back in action against that team up north, the Carroll Chargers. Last Friday, the girls' golf team season came to an end as they finished 4th place in regionals, with just the top 3 advancing to state. Despite the team's season coming to an end, Caroline Burns advanced to state individually as she shot even par and finished tied for 2nd. She teed off for her opening round in the state finals at 8:30 this morning. In other postseason action, yesterday the boys tennis team captured their 44th sectional title overall and 12th in a row as they took down Bishop Lures last night. The Spartans had straight set victories against Southside and Wayne in earlier rounds on their way to the sectional title. Congratulations, guys. Last Saturday, the boys cross-country team finished 1st place in the New Haven Invite. 3 Spartans found themselves in the top 10 individually for the 2nd meet in a row, with the Spartans' top finisher being Riley Lemke in 7th place. The boys will be back in action tomorrow in Terre Haute at the Nike Twilight Invitational. The girls' cross-country team also competed in the New Haven Invite last Saturday, and they finished in 2nd place as a team directly behind Concordia. 3 Spartans finished in the top 11, and Claire Labria found herself on the podium in 3rd place. They will also compete in the Nike Twilight Invitational tomorrow. The girls' volleyball team showed out on senior night with a straight set victory against Northrop on Monday with set scores of 25-14, 25-12, and 25-15. Senior Ava Hetty led the Spartans in assists, while 2 other seniors, Savvy Walker and Lydia Bashford, led the Spartans in blocks and digs, respectively. Their next match will be Tuesday at Woodland. On Tuesday, the Unified Flag football team finished the regular season as they took down New Haven 39-18. It was a great performance for the entire team, and they look to keep the momentum rolling in sectionals starting tomorrow morning against Tippecanoe Valley. Our second in the state Homestead Spartan girls soccer team took down the Northrop Bruins on Tuesday to keep their undefeated season going. 3 different Spartans got on the scoring sheet in the victory. Audrey Johnson and Braylee Morris led the way with 2 goals and 1 assist each. The victory pushed the Spartans to a still perfect 14-0 record, and they will be back in action next Thursday against Columbia City when they begin sectional play. And finally, the 20th ranked boys soccer team faced the Leo Lions on Wednesday, and they dominated, winning the match 4-1, with all 4 goals being scored by somebody different. The boys' next match will be Tuesday against Wayne here at home when they begin sectional play. And before we go, it's time once again to reveal this week's male and female Spartan Athletes of the Week. Nearly every week we have a show. We will select 2 winners from a current sport, and the winners can pick up their prize from the athletics office. Congratulations to this week's winners from the football team, Shane Bardwell, and from girls golf, Caroline Burns. Shane ran for over 100 yards and a touchdown on 18 carries for the Spartans in their victory against Snyder last week. And for Caroline, she shot an even 71 in regionals last week and was the only Homestead player to qualify for state as she brought home a runner-up finish in that regional. Congratulations to both of you and all Spartan athletes with big performances over the past week. That'll do it for this edition of Down to the Wire. Good luck to all athletes in competition this weekend, and make sure to follow Homestead Athletics on Instagram and Twitter for updates on Homestead sports. Emma and Kaya, back to you.
Thank you, Braxton, and thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure to follow us on our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We look forward to seeing you again next week for another episode of HHS In-Depth.
Enjoy your weekend, Homestead.